Hold there for a minute and let's look at supply and demand. I bet you are all thinking about business or forex. How many people do you think graduate every year in IT? Quick maths. Let's say for every viewer, 100 people graduated from their class. Now imagine the supply and demand in the tech world. What's up, Tech Minds? Welcome back to Tech Mind Academy, where we turn knowledge into real-world IT power.
Fire went out, lights went down. When you feel lost in your shadow, don't feel alone.
Have you ever spent months learning to code or switching careers, only to feel like the tech world has no room for you? You're not alone. Despite headlines about massive layoffs and AI taking over, the truth is more complex. In this video, we're diving deep into the data behind the tech job market to expose the real reasons new developers struggle to get hired. And more importantly, we'll show you exactly where the real opportunities lie. So to really unpack what's actually going on in tech right now, I brought on someone who represents a huge part of the audience out there. People who've put in the work, made the career switch, but still find themselves wondering, why isn't this working? Meet Bob. He's been learning to code, applying for jobs, doing all the right things on paper, but still hitting a wall. Hey Bob, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you've done everything right, learned to code, built projects, maybe even took a boot camp, but somehow, the tech world still feels like a closed door? I did everything they told me, learned to code, built a portfolio, even did a boot camp, but still, no job. Is tech just broken now? That's the question on thousands of minds. Today, we're cutting through the noise, with real data, real trends, and a no BS look at what's actually going on in the tech job market. Despite the headlines, the tech industry isn't collapsing. It's evolving. In 2023, tech jobs grew by hundreds of thousands. And globally, companies are short nearly 85 million tech workers. The opportunity is still there, but it's shifting. Entry-level front-end dev roles flooded. Hundreds of applicants per role. Meanwhile, cloud engineering, DevOps, AI, and cybersecurity are starving for talent. Not because people aren't applying, but because few have the right skills. Web development remains a popular entry point into tech, but the field has become increasingly oversaturated in recent years. While there is still growth, about 8% according to projections, the competition is fierce, and many junior developers struggle to land their first roles. The median salary sits at around $90,000, making it a decent option, but one that may not offer the best return on investment for newcomers unless they can strongly differentiate themselves. On the other hand, cloud engineering is experiencing high demand, especially as more companies migrate their infrastructure to cloud platforms like Azure, and Google Cloud. The roles often require deeper technical knowledge, but the payoff is significant, with salaries typically starting around $130,000 or higher. This makes cloud engineering one of the most lucrative and future-proof paths in tech today. Cybersecurity analysts are also seeing strong job prospects, with a projected 28% growth rate, much faster than the average for other occupations. As cyber threats increase, so does the need for skilled professionals to protect data and infrastructure. The median pay is approximately $125,000, and demand spans across nearly every industry, from finance to healthcare to government. Finally, data and AI specialists are arguably in the most explosive sector right now, with projected growth at 36%, the highest among the roles listed. These professionals work on everything from data science to machine learning and generative AI, and they are being hired rapidly across industries eager to leverage data-driven insights. Salaries often start around $113,000 and can climb much higher with experience and specialization. It's not that tech is out of reach, it's that certain paths are clogged, while others are wide open. High-demand tech roles today require far more than just knowing how to code. Employers are looking for professionals who understand and can work with modern cloud platforms like Oz, Azure, and tools such as Kubernetes for container orchestration. In fields like data and AI, there's a strong emphasis on machine learning, data analysis, and the ability to turn raw data into actionable insights. Roles related to infrastructure and deployment expect familiarity with DevOps tools, including setting up CI/CD pipelines, automating workflows, and ensuring smooth, scalable delivery. Even if you're not directly in security, a solid grasp of cybersecurity fundamentals is increasingly important as threats become more sophisticated. But beyond all of this, what truly sets candidates apart are real-world projects, tangible proof that you can apply your skills to solve actual business problems, not just pass exams or finish tutorials. Employers want to see initiative, creativity, and practical results. Here's a shocker. Bootcamp graduates are now getting hired faster than computer science grads. In fact, about 79% of them land jobs within 6 months of completing their program. The reason? The hiring landscape has shifted. Employers are no longer fixated solely on degrees, they're prioritizing execution over education. What really matters today is your portfolio, the projects you've built, and your ability to solve real problems. Companies want proof that you can hit the ground running, not just that you passed theory-heavy courses. It's about demonstrating value through action, not just credentials.
If you're trying to break into tech, you can't just follow the old rules, you need the new playbook. First, specialize. Generalists get overlooked, but specialists in high-demand areas like cloud engineering or cybersecurity are in hot demand. Next, build real projects. Skip the endless to-do apps and start solving real-world problems that show your value. Then, leverage AI tools. Use things like GitHub Copilot and ChatGPT not as crutches, but as force multipliers to work smarter and faster. And finally, network relentlessly. Your next job probably won't come from a job board, it'll come from a community, a Discord server, a DM, or someone who knows what you bring to the table.
Tech isn't gatekeeping you, it's just filtering for value. The industry isn't closed off to newcomers, but it is selective about who gets in. If you bring the right skills to the table, whether it's cloud expertise, real-world projects, or a problem-solving mindset, the doors are still wide open. Companies are hungry for talent that can deliver, not just degrees or buzzwords. If this gave you some clarity, share it with a friend who's stuck in tutorial purgatory. Drop a comment about what you're focusing on in 2025, and don't forget to subscribe for more no fluff, real talk about breaking into tech.